What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Izzy's Retro Video Game Reviews. And on today's episode, I'm going to be talking NFL Blitz. And I thought it would be appropriate since, college football 25 is coming out, and you got Man 25 coming out as well. I thought it would be appropriate to take a look at an arcade simulation rather than an arcade type game rather than a full-on simulation game like those two the simulation like those two games are. So NFL Blitz, man, it started out in 1997 as an arcade classic because, as you know, Midway, the developers of NFL Blitz, at least for the first couple of years, were based in the home arcade market in the arcade market long before they started doing console ports. Like they would, like games like Mortal Kombat and NBA Jam, they'll always be in the arcade first before they would get ported over to whatever home consoles were at the time. And NFL Blitz followed in that same vein. So basically, NFL Blitz was the NFL's version of NBA Jam. Over the top arcade action. You have the same rules as football, but six guys on the field, and then what do you call it? Touchdowns and point after attempts and 2 point conversions, all of that good stuff. But the over the top action element comes in there when you can start clotheslining people after plays, and you don't like the way that your opponent celebrated the touchdown. You could basically just kind of knock them down and leg drop them and do all kinds of crazy stuff, man. So that's where I had my fun at, man. You would press a button, and then you would basically, late hits would be allowed. Hitting the guy after the play's over. That's what a late hit is. But yeah, that would basically be allowed, and then you'd have like trick catches, and then you'd have the opportunity to like kind of go on fire if you scored a touchdown 3 times without being interrupted. And then the funny thing about NFL Blitz is you would never see your opponent kicking the point after. Like it would always be, you would select point after attempt, and it'll always be good. So what do you call it? I just found that hilarious. But man, it's just a bunch of fun to play, man. And of course, NFL Blitz wasn't the only spin-off. I mean, you had NFL Blitz, I think, up until 2003, and then you had the revival at EA Sports. I believe that was in the early 2010s, and then you had Blitz the League, which was NFL Blitz, but it was the same style as NFL Blitz, but it was more gritty. You would get bones breaking and all that stuff, and it was actually rated M for mature because of its grit and kind of to simulate the underworld of football violence, and the dangers that can happen when you play football. But but as far as NFL Blitz goes, the original, who can forget Tim Kipso, man? He's just done so many things. He used to do all the voiceovers for all the arcade games back in the 90s. NBA Jam, NFL Blitz. He did it for MLB Slugfest, NHL hits, just everything. Tim Kipso was all over everything back then, and it's just so cool to hear a familiar voice and his signature brand of commentary that he delivers every time he's featured in a video game, man. You just can't miss. It just brings back so many feelings and so much nostalgia. And for me, I remember playing it in the arcade And on PlayStation, like my brother Gus and I, we would just rent NFL Blitz on a random Friday night at Blockbuster and just go at it for hours, man. We didn't know, I didn't know football. I didn't really start following football until like maybe the early 2000s. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, but man, I didn't know who any of the guys were, but I knew how to have fun, and at the time, and I knew how to have fun, and that's what it's all about, man. Just when you play video games, it's all about having fun and getting the chance to escape reality, as is the case with any hobby that one chooses to pursue, man. Yeah, man. But NFL Blitz, so many fun memories, and you know, I still have. I still have NFL Blitz the League on PS2 somewhere, and I hope maybe I'm gonna fire that up and play that this week. But man, the NFL Blitz series just takes me back, and you know, when EA Sports was making Madden and NBA Live, you know, realistic simulations of the actual sports, basketball and baseball. Uh, no, basketball and football, respectively. What do you call it? Midway was in the business of over-the-top arcade action, so and it was very easy to play. You didn't need to have real strong IQ. You just pick it up and just go at it with your friends for hours, and just have a whole hell of a lot of fun doing it. But yeah, that is going to do it for this episode of Izzy's Retro Video Game Reviews. Like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you don't miss a video. And I, of course, will see you guys on the next one. Peace.